Come behind the scenes with me to film raw footage for a UGC client. This contract is just for raw footage, so I don't have to edit anything. I just have to film the footage that they ask for. This behind the scenes will be a little bit different. I'm going to show you what it looks like behind the scenes, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like in the camera. First thing I filmed was the unboxing. I did 2 camera angles for this. One of like a kind of a forward angle so that you could see me pulling stuff out of the box. Second, I used this overhead angle so you could see me opening up what was actually in the box. This gives more dynamic and more visuals to your unboxing. I also made sure to get detailed shots of everything I was opening up. Once everything was unboxed, I set it up all pretty on the table, and then I just filmed some B-roll. It looks exactly like this in the camera. Next thing on the shot list was the blender sitting on the counter, so that's what I filmed. I got a bunch of different angles, close up, far away, and this is kind of what it looks like in the camera. This is a little bit sped up. For reference, this is what my shot list looks like. I just go through and check things off as I get them finished. Then it was time to film the product demo. I moved the blender where I wanted to film it and then moved the camera around so that I could make sure it was in frame. I like to film a lot of this in 2x, so you cut out a lot of that negative background space and you really focus in on the camera. It was a dark and dreary day, so I had to pull out my lighting. This is what it looks like with the ring light on, and then I turned off the overhead light, and this is what that looks like. This is the best lighting if you don't have natural light because it won't give you the overhead shadows. Was not able to get the angle that I wanted with the camera on the counter, so I moved it onto one of the counter stools. I'll change angles here in a second so you can see better. Then I just started making my smoothie and showing how the product worked. This blender was actually really good. And here's what that looks like in the camera. You can see the close-up and why I put things on 2x, so it cuts out a lot of that background space that can be distracting. Then I zoomed the camera out to 1x or regular because I was actually going to be in the next shots and we needed a little bit more space. Once I zoomed out, I was able to put the camera back on the counter and get everything that I wanted in frame. And then I just tried the smoothie, which they just wanted a shot of this. Super simple. This is what it looked like. Then they wanted a hook with me talking with the blender in my hand. So that's exactly what I was filming there. The last physical shot that they wanted was me putting the smoothie into the fridge for storage. So you'll see me setting up my camera here. Then you'll see exactly what it looks like. Then you'll see what it looks like in frame. And then I had to film the voiceover, which was super simple. I just set up the camera with the script right in front of me, spoke into the mic, and then turned everything in.